Ever wonder what it'd be like to live in the core area of Victoria, British Columbia, and why you might not want to? Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in the core area of Greater Victoria. Greater Victoria is made up of three areas. We've got the core, which is downtown and its surrounding areas. I would say 15 minutes to the inner harbor. Then we've got the Saanich Peninsula, which is out by the ferries and the airport. And then we've got the West Shore. Today's video, I'm going to talk about just the core area. I'm Chris Cochrane, an experienced realtor with eXp Realty. Whether you're interested in buying, selling, investing, or simply navigating a lifestyle change that starts so many real estate transactions, I'm here to assist you. Feel free to reach out. My information is all in the comments below. One of the advantages of living in the core area of Greater Victoria is its mild climate. Victoria enjoys one of the mildest climates in Canada. With warm summers and mild winters and temperate weather, it allows the residents to enjoy the outdoor activities year-round. Downtown Victoria, that would mean the inner harbor, lots of walking, lots of parks, that sort of thing. And that leads me to the advantage number two, which is its natural beauty. Downtown Victoria is home to the iconic Parliament buildings, the inner harbor, the Empress Hotel. So again, that's only available in the core area of Victoria, and its proximity and its ease of walking and all that sort of stuff. We've got beaches, all sorts of great things right downtown in the core area of Victoria. Pro number three is a strong economy. Victoria has a thriving economy supported by industries such as technology, tourism, and government services, and education. The city offers various job opportunities, has a relatively low unemployment rate. The core area of Victoria is also known as a cultural hub. It's rich in culture with heritage and offers a diverse arts and music scene. The city boasts numerous festivals and events throughout the year, and most of them take place right downtown in the core area. It's an exciting place to live. And the last pro I'm going to go over in this video is education. Greater Victoria is home to several renowned educational institutions, including the University of Victoria, Royal Roads, and Congestion College. Most of these reside in the core area, so access to education is easier when you live in the core area. So let's dive into some of the negatives, and the number one thing that we always hear in the Greater Victoria area, especially in the core area, is the high cost of living. Living in the downtown core, even in comparison to some other parts of Greater Victoria, such as the Saanich Peninsula and the West Shore, can have a higher cost of living. Rental rates and house prices are slightly more expensive in the core area than they are in the outlying areas of Greater Victoria. Another limiting factor of Victoria is that it's got a limited job market. While the economy is strong, it can be challenging to find specific job opportunities in certain industries, and I've mentioned this before. Typically, people take a little bit of a pay cut to come and work and do the same job in Victoria versus Vancouver versus Calgary versus other parts of Canada. The lifestyle is the attraction, and employers of certain specific areas can get away with paying people a little bit less because their lifestyle is better when they live in Victoria, and so they'll give up a little bit of pay in order to be here. Let's talk about one that really bothers me, and that is traffic congestion. Not like commuting and all that sort of stuff where we see that from the Western communities or the Saanich Peninsula. I'm talking about traffic congestion in the downtown core or some of these areas within the core area where they've put in new bike lanes, new traffic controls, new traffic calming protocols, speed humps, roundabouts. It's gotten a little bit tighter feeling in the downtown area. So again, traffic congestion is one of the negatives about living in the downtown core. Another drawback to living in the core area comes up time and time again because we live on an island, but it's ferry access. A lot of the people that live in the core area, they need to commute sometimes to Vancouver, sometimes they can take a float plane. Typically, you're going to be traveling by way of the ferry. Although Victoria is located on the island, some people might find the ferry system to be inconvenient, costly, and frustrating, especially when there's delays and adding time to your travel to the mainland. The last thing I'm going to mention in this video is limited nightlife. Now, this is actually a new negative for Victoria because it used to have a reasonable nightlife prior to the pandemic, but it seems like after the pandemic, only about 50% of the nightclubs and late hour bars opened up. And so unfortunately, it has created a new negative of living in the core, because typically you live in the core because you're close to the nightlife or close to the downtown bustling activity. But because there's a limited amount of nightlife, that has become a con. So if you're gonna go to concerts or DJs, you're gonna have to go to Vancouver to see all of those sorts of things. That wraps up our video on the discussion of the pros and cons of living in the core area of Greater Victoria. It's essential to consider all factors when deciding where in the city is right for you. Questions you might have can be directed towards myself. I'm here to help you with any sort of information that I can share with you. You can find all my contact information right below. Let me remind you that the highest form of flattery that we can get is the trust that we get when we work with you, or the trust that you give us when you ask us to work with one of your friends or family members. Although that's ideal, the next best compliment we can receive is a like or a comment or a subscription. So please click the like button if you like this video. Leave us a comment below and feel free to subscribe to our channel if you want to know more about Victoria real estate.